Hey there, Greg White with HWH Secrets. I hadn't been with you in a while. I need to get back into the routine of talking to you about some of the things that really motivate me. And today I want to talk to you about a very interesting subject. I was reading this week, and NPR put an article out September 1st, and you can Google this and take a look at it for yourself. But it actually turns out that optimistic people and being optimistic leads to longer life. It's a medical fact that researchers have actually developed some statistics around, and I've always believed that positive thinking and visualizing the outcome you want to be and being positive in your life and being positive in business and being positive about the people that you put around you will lead to more success. And I want you to think about that because now there's some actual studies, some statistics by the Boston School of Medicine that says that if you're optimistic, you tend to live a longer life. I believe the statistics said that more people, and I don't remember the percentage, we'll have to look this up, live to be 85 years old or older. And I really believe in that because when I look at my mentors and when I look at the people around me that are successful, they tend to be optimistic people. I think, this doesn't mean that negative things don't happen to even optimists, right? Because they do. Tough things happen every day in our lives, right? We have setbacks. As a matter of fact, success is full of setbacks. It's how we learn. And the difference is an optimist will take those setbacks and it may hurt. You may go through all kinds of struggle, but an optimist will eventually see the end result as a positive, and they won't be in that negative part of that setback as long. I think that pessimistic people tend to kind of take a little further setback when something bad happens. And nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, the study shows that you can learn to be an optimist, right? That people, just because the glass is, half empty, not half full, doesn't mean your life has to always be that way. And so that's my challenge today is to support those optimists that are out there. And I'll give them a hand on the back. That's awesome. But how about those pessimistic people that tend to talk negatively all the time? Let's lift them up. Let's teach people to turn that negative speak and negative talk into a more positive effort and to think positively because it leads to longer life, and it can be a learned trait, a learned personality trait, learned psychology that you can put into your life. And so if it's just a little bit at a time, maybe it's just not getting into that negative talk around the water cooler. It's just walking away. Or maybe it's just putting one positive thought out there when something bad happens, or when you have a plan to move forward on something and taking that step saying, I'm going to succeed, and no matter what happens, we're going to be successful. So I've always believed that we become what we think about. And so let's think about positive things, not negative things, and we'll have success. I see this all the time in my life. I see it with the mentors that are around me. I see it with other businesses that are successful. Generally, they're positive thinking people with an end goal in mind, an end goal in sight, and always trying to achieve that goal, even when there are setbacks, because there are always going to be setbacks. As a matter of fact, it seems like that's the biggest part of things when you're trying to achieve a new opportunity or a new business. It's like it's this challenge of getting through all these opportunities that come up, or these things that arise that are kind of little blocks and ways to not make it, and the tough seem to make it. So that's my challenge. Is that I think that's from optimism. It's from thinking I can make it, and I know you can learn to be that way. So let's all go out and lift others up around us. Let's talk positively about things. Let's don't get mixed up in drama and mixed up in negative negative talk. Let's think about what we want to achieve. Let's visualize it. Let's get our goals in writing, and let's try to be optimistic people. Glass is half full kind of thing, because it's awesome. There are studies that show now that we can live longer lives from being optimistic and thinking positively about things. I had to share that with you because it was an article I read. I want you to Google that. I want you to go out and find that article. There are several online that are articles that have been written from that study. So go read about that, and let's talk about it. So awesome talking to you today. I want to be with you more. I'm going to come up with some things I'd like to talk to you about and get in front of you. So have a wonderful day, have a wonderful life, and remember to think positive, and let's all be successful. Take care.